Hello and welcome to part 8 of my agency driver series, where I am testing all the models of trucks made by the different manufacturers in the game. Now, today's truck is a DAF XF105. It has 460 horsepower and it has a 12-speed transmission, and I shall just bring up today's route, which will take us from Kiel, which we left off in the previous episode, and so we are travelling to Berlin. So I'll just start and bring up the route for you here. Be approximately 230 something miles this journey. I've just altered the slight route there here so I can pick up the truck dealer and the recruitment agency, which, if you can, pick up as many of the discourables as you can as you go. This is where you're picking up or dropping off. It aids things later on. Things now. So, gonna start today's journey.
Time to get the job done.
I'll just give you a quick look at today's load and then see exactly what I'm told now, because these double trailers in Germany have only recently been introduced into the game. Which previously you could only get double trailers originally in the Scandinavian DLC, but they have introduced them so you can take them
Turn left
in more of Europe. Which
keep right and then turn right. Turn right.
remember, the cells are not bad to tow, aren't the double trailers, but you just got to bear in mind of the length and weight that you can actually get on them. So now, talking about the DAF XF, as you've probably already seen the previous part of this series where I took the DAF XF Euro 6, I did give a bit of a history about DAF and some of the vehicles they produce, especially the trucks, so we'll cap that. So DAF, as you know, is a Dutch firm based in Eindhoven. They produce a wide range of vehicles for a wide range of applications, and what I neglected to say is DAF in some of the models that still routinely offer a manual gearbox option when a lot of the manufacturers now are all on automatic transmission, which all the says the obviously gearboxes in these are the Allisons and 6-speed with or without retarder, the ZF 12-speed with or without, and 16-speed option available with them.
Please mind the speed limit.
So The majority now in the quick jobs you won't find any with the Allison gearboxes in, or at least I haven't yet. You'll find the most common one when you're doing quick jobs is a 12 speed. But if the truck manufacturers use ZF, OptiCruise, OptiDrive, iShift in the case of the Volvo speed. If they do offer a 16 speed, it's normally the ZF, but they're saying that all manufacturers offer a 16 speed, like Volvo and Scania offer their own gearboxes with a 12 plus 2 relation. Now to the truck, the DAF XF 105 becomes available with a 360 horsepower and have a few different horsepowers up to 510 horsepower, which is actually the 510 is one of the lowest horsepower top spec engines you can get now. There's only one lower than that, and that's the Renault Premium. So
Caution. The speed limit.
Gearboxes with your chassis options. There's 4x2, but where the others only have one option on the 4x2 chassis, in the 105 you can actually get a 4x2 chassis that's known as extra tank, and that takes the fuel capacity up to 1500 litres, where if you just go for the normal 4x2, which this one is, the tank capacity is 1000 litres. So
Turn left.
cabin options, there's 3 available. Obviously a flat low roof, there's a space and a super space cabin available. Now there is a tuning pack available as DLC from the Steam store, the DAF Trucks, which gives even more options of customization on the outside, etc., and there's some internal customization as well. Now this truck has one of the basic trim levels in it, because the basic ones don't have built-in GPS yet. The more expensive trim level ones do have GPS as standard, but then again it has similar problems to as regards with certain lights and where the sun shines on them sometimes, as the XF does. So where the Euro 6 comes with just Euro 6 engines, these only come with Euro 5. Now the dash layout is very similar to as in other trucks. Obviously you've got your fuel gauge, temperature gauge, your speedo. Now this truck looks like it has 2 fuel gauges, but actually the one at the top is the diesel, the one next to the speedo is the AdBlue level, and the other one is what air pressure you've got available in your tanks. Now within the speedo you've got a display there showing the total distance the truck's done, and then it has a trip counter, so obviously you know how far you've gone in your trip if you reset it. And on the other side though, the well marked rev counter that has obviously the green band for where the torque and economy is, what have you. You've got the clock and the outside temperature. As for displays, this is the displays in this truck, and that aren't actually too bad, although I haven't got it showing at the moment. I've got showing what gear I'm in and what the cruise control is set to. Now in this game, while you can normally learn, you can go 1 or 2 kilometers or miles over the speed limit without getting fined, but
Keep
much
right,
more than that,
and then exit right.
you take a risk. As for fine
Exit right.
topic, but as for fines for speeding, sometimes you're travelling along and it's a 80 kilometre or 50 mile an hour limit, it'll just suddenly drop to say 50 kilometres an hour or 30 miles an hour, and before you get slowed down, or just after you, or just when, sometimes when your front wheels are on the speeding limit sign, it'll nab you with a speeding fine. So sometimes you get more time than others to get down to the speed limit. Structs now. The display on them. So that's the first display that will actually. Now, I don't know if you caught that, but that was a 50-51 accident. I would say the bus was to blame because you could see I was pulling over and I just come on. Now that's bugbear about AI. They can crash into you, you can get fined for it. Times you can hit an AI vehicle and not get fined. It depends where you hit them on the crash box that's set and not get fined. Then other times you can totally get fined for doing nothing wrong at all, like you can be stood still at traffic lights. And then truck or AI vehicle can be coming round the corner. You're stood still well within your lines, or they're coming round the corner, hit you, you'll get fined for it. Crash vehicle offence. Now that is one area that needs working on, as well as the standard what they have the AI driving set at in this game. Now that is one of the biggest bugbears with a lot of people. It's actually the AI in this game. It's supposed to be artificial intelligence, but whoever programmed them at SCS wants to shoot themselves in the head, because the AI traffic in a general is okay, but it's the programming that needs doing of it. So, and then the sensors for the crash boxes and what have you with it. So I'm getting angry there. And we haven't even got onto the dashboard display yet of this truck. Let's explain to you their dashboard. So your first display in the dashboard computer here, which is just basically a blank screen, but it just show you what gear you're in if you've got your cruise control set and what you're set to. So, and then you've got your fuel usage, which shows what your current average is, and remember this is in litres per 100 miles, not kilometres. So it shows your average, what you're doing on your journey, and your current. Now DAB trucks, economical again, say. Then speed. Not all trucks show how much fuel you have remaining. Now if you remember in the DAF XF, it shows you what range you got on your fuel, but it doesn't actually show you how many litres you've got left. So that's that display. Then you got turbo pressure. So obviously the further your foot's down or the accelerating you do, the turbo actually increases. And then you've got your digital speed order, which shows your current speed. And then you've got your obviously water and oil temperatures. And back to that one now. The computer in one of these, which is why it's used in a few mods as well. It's actually very clear, it's very straightforward, etc. So wipers back a bit now. Yeah, so the wiper system in this game now, since actually the improved it, why after it's a bit more immersive, realistic, when you can press where you used to press your key to put them on either one of two speeds. Some of them had 3, pending. Was actually okay, and then you press the same button to bring them down, but now you press a button to put them on, press it again to alter different speeds as before, but now you have to press a different key, whichever you have it bound to to reduce the speed of the wipers, so you can have them going when it's a good deluge, heavy rain, faster setting. But then when it eases off a bit, you can knock them down where before you would have to go out and cycle through the wiper modes with them as well. So, and I'm prattling on again, I know. I do admit, DAF, yeah, just about my favourite truck in the game.
Keep right.
Models, because I've done many miles on a few different profiles with DAFs. Now, as for starter trucks, yes, they do make a good starter truck, but they are more expensive than some trucks to start off with. So to bear that in mind for a basic truck. So if you're only why my driving's a bit poor today is because I'm recording this and I'm very tired. That's
Caution.
why.
Please mind the speed limit.
Few accident happening, but as you go along, you will have your traffic accidents and things, and you'll have fines to pay. So bear that in mind, as well as if you're doing quick jobs, you don't have to pay for fuel. You don't have to pay tolls, or if there's any ferry crossings involved, as there has been in previous episodes, you don't pay for them, your employer does, but maintenance of the truck your employer pays. But if you have your own truck, this is where it can start to get expensive, because you'll have your own truck to maintain, you'll have the fuel to buy, things. So basically, if you're on quick jobs, the only things you have to pay out is fines if you get them, and with some of the jobs not paying a lot, you don't want to get too many. So now, DAF availability in the quick job market with the 105, there's the full range of engine sizes and things available in the quick jobs. Okay, so you don't have to be limited that you can't try out the different engine sizes of this model of truck in quick jobs before you decide which one you want to go by. Obviously, the bigger engine you go for, the higher level you need to be with them. So a starter truck, yes, they do make a good starter truck, but they are expensive. Especially if you get one and start putting a lot of customization on it, which I would recommend doing with your first truck, just as you're starting off your profile or something. Would build up gradually and upgrade different bits as you go on, because higher level you get, the better things are going to be available. Now, a lot of truck customizations, you don't get, usually be level 30 for some, but they reduce some, but
exit right.
it's normally level 20, 25, maybe up to 30 you can get about just about the top of the range in most trucks, but obviously there's some customizations on some of them that won't be available that low, but not that many. So now, the mileage I'm recording in these trucks is being recorded on truck books because I drive for Grant and Sons VTC, which is run by Ray of Race Sim. So if you how to join is click on the racing, it's in the recommended channels, and go and watch his trucking videos. There's links to his Discord and Facebook group and things like that. It's just I haven't really learnt properly yet how to put links in. Check him out, he's an all round nice guy, and he shows a fair bit. He does ATS, ETS2, he does convoy as well occasionally on both, but watching me I know he's done some tutorials on the big map for ATS2, which involves pro mods, RO extended, YKRS Turkey, some of the Russian maps, etc. So check them out. So if you like what you're seeing, you comment. If you want to ask me anything, put it in the comments and I'll try to answer you in the comments or on a video. So now, as you've seen, if you've been watching any of this series, if I haven't bored you to tears yet,
go straight on.
You'll see that in some of the earlier episodes I was having sound problems, but you've seen in the last few, mainly from the Scania Next Gen 730 episode up over, the sound quality has vastly improved on them. There were some changes that were made, mainly thanks to the help of Oddball 76. A link to his channel is also in the recommended channels, and
Right.
English
Then
Bob
turn right.
as well. So
Turn right.
not planning on doing any live streams at the moment because I'll have to check on the internet speed, if I've got enough speed to actually
Keep right.
go live
Then
with,
turn right.
then I'll have to psych myself up
Turn right.
to it. So there may be live streams, there may not, just don't know yet, depends on a couple of factors.
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
And this journey has not been without
Straight
error,
turn
so
Turn left.
but
And then turn right.
again, you can't all be 100% perfect all the time because nobody ever is.
Turn right. We are finished.
Now these trailers, if you have to reverse them, are a pick to reverse, and I find it nearly impossible to reverse them into parking spaces. So now there's a couple of methods which you can try to get them in the boxes here. Obviously try removing and reversing them, but that's very difficult and I haven't got a clue how to do it. Or if you've got space like you have here, just you can try and go back round and see if you can get them in at a better angle, which I might be lucky this time actually. Which I'm not, or in most cases you'll end up getting them into the box when that dialogue comes up, pressing enter, and then it'll automatically mark it for you. Now that, just see how well we did. We're up another level here. Got onto level 5 now. Level 5, I do believe that some trailer purchase could well say. I've got a couple of long distance there. High value and fragile cargo. I'll put another one in long distance, and then I may start adding some to the ADR categories, because these are the ones that do put a bit of a premium. Alright, they do as well, but these are the main ones that, the main top 4 are the main ones that will actually increase your job income as you go up the levels. Trailer purchases available now for basic trailers. Anyway, that concludes this episode, and I shall see you again in the next installment, which will feature a different truck. So 10-10 for now. Stay safe on them roads and don't have too many accidents. Goodbye.